per child.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, it's great to join you from a very noisy, very busy breakfast club at Denby Primary School here in Luton, and fantastic to see the children taking part. It's a big day for parents as we roll out 750 new free breakfast clubs. On the funding question, that the funding that we're putting in place is more generous than schemes that came before, and I'm afraid the 60 pence number that gets bandied about just isn't right. That is the daily funding rate for children, but alongside that, schools get an initial startup grant and they get a termly payment of £1,000. So it is more generous than that. And I've just been speaking with Natalie, the head teacher here, and what she was telling me is that whilst they ran a breakfast club before, and some schools taking part might have done, others won't have done, actually what they're going to be able to do now is to expand what they offer to more children. They've got some hot food options this morning: scrambled egg, baked beans, toast, much more besides.
Yes.
This will make a really big difference to parents. It will be transformative, but also the evidence is clear that it's really good for children's attendance at school, for their behaviour, and actually really good for academic outcomes as well.
But the thing, I appreciate that the head teacher there might say this is all good news, but the Association of School and College Leaders said that generally head teachers are really worried about the basic daily rate. They say that you're being unrealistic about the costs involved. Meanwhile, another union, the National Association of Head Teachers, says funding could fall short, and that concern needs to be addressed before the programme's rolled out, because there are already huge strains on school budgets. So it seems you're telling head teachers something that they simply don't believe and say in practice is not the reality.
Today is the first 750, but actually we had applications from thousands of schools and head teachers across our country. There is big demand and big support for what we're doing, but I think it is important to stress that this is the first 750. We'll roll out breakfast clubs nationally. That's the legislation that we've got going through Parliament at the moment. But we have the opportunity through these first early adopter breakfast clubs to test the funding model to make sure that we're getting everything right ahead of the full national rollout. But this is a game changer for parents, and they are my priority and our children across our country. We were elected on a plan for change to deliver the change that people voted for, and today we're getting on and delivering that, and this is the difference that the Labour government brings to our country.
Okay, I just want to talk, staying on the issue of children, the Child Poverty Action Group says that the number of children in poverty is going to increase significantly by the end of this Parliament unless you take urgent action, including lifting the two-child cap on universal